Oop. Well, that's sort of what I was afraid of. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to more Kerbal Space Program. We are doing another mission, as is obvious, I'm sure, by the rocket flipped over. Oh, I didn't know that's what would happen. I probably should have expected that's what would happen. Alright, well that's one new hire scratched off. This space business is no joke. Right. Take you. Taking that away. So, now I know that test means fire. I thought it would just be like, yes, it's pressure stable. Okay. Well, what I can do then, I'll put these fins down here. So, we're still trying. I want to test this on the launch pad. And then, our main goal is to land the upper stage in the ocean. So what I may try and do is launch this, angle towards the ocean, not fire the second stage at all, and see if I can survive it. Because I still don't know if I have to have the second stage unfired when I hit the water. So, okay. Let's see what this will get us. Okay. It looks more correct. You're probably right to look a little concerned there, Jewel Guard. Okay, now the issue... Right, I need to change the staging up a bit. Because my initial intent was to run the test, drop the thing off, and then launch the normal rocket, which obviously went incorrectly. So I'll have at 2/3 throttle ready for the main booster if I need it. Hopefully I won't need it though. Let's go. Okay, we're able to angle. The solid fuel booster isn't too boosty. Okay, we may be on a good trajectory here. Now, the downside is we are not quite so aerodynamically controlled in this stage. Because I think the secret, so RCS stands for Rocket Control Systems. For me to, control the rocket, really I need to have the engine running. Let's do a quick hot swap of those though. I think we may be alright. The booster's probably not surviving. It's about to touch down over there. But that's okay, we should have completed... Hopefully that means we completed that mission. Maybe we completed it before and this was a waste of time. Let's deploy the drogues. And actually, while we're up here, I'm just deploying the main one. Did that work? Deploy shoot. Okay. We should be safe. We'll do some science in the water, because we've not done that yet. Okay, things seem to be fine. Now, so to perform the test, activate the part through the staging sequence when all test conditions are met. So I think if I set it to no throttle, it shouldn't do much. So once we're in the water with this thing, we'll just set it running, and that should be the mission, then we can recover the ship. Hopefully we survive splashdown, which we should do, because we've got parachutes to go at a reasonable speed this time. Hello, water. You are big and deceptive. And apparently... right. You know, when I took this mission, I thought it was going to be easy. I didn't realize water ate engines. And let's open the bay and do some science. Great. Goo. Oh no, the goo has escaped. And temperatures. Do a quick crew report. And I think we're close enough to the water. Let's do an EVA. Probably not quite necessary to have the suit now. Alright, that's partial success. We didn't die that time. Huh. Well, I believe the booster mission is done regardless. Let's double check that. We don't have a ton of funds left. Yeah, booster mission's done. So... Thumper, solid fuel booster into flight. I think let's run a focused mission just testing this swivel machine. So I think what I'm gonna need are more parachutes. Okay. That can go. That can go. This cowling can go, as can that heat shield. This is a single stage. Zoom in just a bit. Okay. Take that off. We want it as light as possible. Now what I'm gonna do is have that. Okay, we'll put a coupling there. So these two tanks are to get us over the ocean. We should hopefully be going fairly slow. We'll land in the ocean and then detach this and use the second engine to do the test. I'm also going to replace those with actual parachutes. Probably one on each side there. So that should hopefully slow us enough. We should be going fairly slow anyway. Then once this engine is done burning, we'll just deploy all the parachutes. We should be slow enough for that to work, and hopefully that'll give them enough time to actually stop us before we hit the water. And we'll leave all this stuff attached until we hit the water, so that if I'm not correct, at least this will hopefully go away and protect the test engine. So let's do... I want those parachutes, then that, then test engine. Perfect. Hopefully this thing has enough fuel to actually get to the water. We'll find out. Now, our Jewel Guard is a pirate, not a pirate, a pilot. So we can turn on the stability assist, which may help us here. Okay. Ready or not, here we come. Okay. Angle ourselves. Yeah. We can give it some beans. Okay. Now we're above the ocean. Gonna wait until we just start to drop. Because that'll mean we're at the highest point we're reaching. Okay. Now hopefully the parachutes have enough time from this height to deploy fully. That's looking promising. Okay, we're still going down pretty... no, we're slowing. Speed it up until we get closer to the water, because I don't have all the time in the world. Now, hopefully the lower part of the ship survives this, because, again, we get money back if we can save it. But even if it doesn't, we should be able to survive splashdown enough. Yes. Okay. Now we'll set the throttle as low as it'll go. Detach from that part. See if we can't kind of knock it away. Okay. Run test. Is that... Haha! We've completed it. Okay. Recover the vessel. Now I may need to go into the tracking center to recover the other part. But... yeah, we made some money. Next, reputation -2. That makes some sense. Yep. I didn't need to hit fly, could have just hit recover from there, but we'll go check on it, see how it's doing in the ocean here. And recover. So that is something. Yeah, we probably got it back. Okay. Now, these are 2 parachutes they want us to haul into flight. Oh, and they're actually the same. Almost. The maximum altitude for both is the same and the speed's the same. Well, let's do those then. And then we just have to do a something that can work for both of them. I probably should have checked. I think was Mark 16 radio parachute. Then a normal Mark 16 parachute. Let's go look again. Also, don't quite know why the science getter is no longer available. I guess we're done with those. Okay. What did I sign up for? Yeah. Haul a Mark 16 parachute and a MK2-R parachute. Right. Okay. MK, that's an MK1-2. That's an MK2. So I just need to go up. Basically, the rocket I had before would do it. That should work. No, no, no. Okay. So I didn't need to go very fast or very high with this thing. So I think we may just stick with what we had. That's got a little bit more oomph to it with those big wings. Hopefully that's not a bad idea. What should this be called? Can I make the... Can I change the color of the rocket? I don't think I've ever explored that idea before. Don't think I have that capability. Oh, I do have the ability to see my tasks though, that's good. So I don't know what that means, but I have an alarm clock. Okay. Yeah, so I have to hit, if we shoot for 7 kilometers at 150 meters a second, that'll get us there. This is the Space B1. It's not going to be a very easily carry-overable name once we no longer are using these tiny thrusters, or tiny tanks. Okay. I should have done some level of staging, probably. The parachute should help us land. Hopefully. Can turn on this stuff. So we're aiming for 8 kilometers and fairly slow. So we'll just start like this and see where we get. Oh yeah, this thing's light enough it doesn't really matter. Vector out towards the ocean just a little. Pull that up so we know when we've hit it. Uh-oh. We are nosing over a little bit more than I'd like to. Right. Okay. That's an emergency abort. Just gonna whip that bad boy around. Okay, I think I angled over too much too quickly. So maybe we get up to the altitude, or up closer to the altitude and then angle over. Bright side is, we're very safe coming down. Poor Julgard's neck may not have made it after the, flipping around backwards maneuver the parachutes caused, but it's the benefit of going slow is at least I can pull the chutes and hopefully survive it. Okay, take 2. So, flip those there. RCS, SAS. Yeah, we'll do a 3rd throttle. And away we go. So I'm just gonna go up, mainly. If I'm lucky, I'll have enough fuel that I can hit the target altitude and speed, and still have fuel left over for the return journey, because then I can use that to brake. And then just use the parachutes at the very end. Wonder if part of it... Nah, I'm not burning electricity. I know that can cause struggles with maneuvering when you don't actually have the power to maneuver anymore. Okay. We're within the speed range. We're almost within the altitude for the second one. And we're there. Okay. Now, we just bring her on down. I don't even have science on this rocket. I forgot that part. That's fine, this is a utility vessel. It's meant for science and science purposes only, but not that kind of science. Kind of science that gets paid. Whoops. Okay, that's the thing I didn't want to have happen. I can deploy the parachute, so I'm going to do it. And hope that they sort of cause enough drag to spin me around. Ooh. This is a bit of a firecracker if it goes up, because it's still got gas on it. Okay, there we go. So we'll have to wait a while to land, but not a very useful crew report. We'll just warp it. Hopefully, if I land far enough away from the launch pad, I'll be able to get a report for being on the shores of Kerbin. And looks like my guess is this little mound. If I'm outside of that, I'm good. There we go. Crew report. Yeah, some science. Dangle off the side. Thankfully she didn't fall. EVA report. Board. It's always very stressful because one slight wrong move and you'll just fall off and then you can not get on. I mean, it's fine because I think you can recover a Kerbin outside the vehicle, but it's not nearly as convenient. Okay, so we have 65 science. We got all the parts back. We're back up to a decent amount of money. I think that's near where it was when we started. So, ignoring the fact that we killed off 5 people, we're doing pretty good. Now, let's do some R&D. So we're at a point. Rocketry's handy. Rocketry can get you pretty far. But there's a certain point you want to switch targets and go with aviation, because if we go to mission control, a lot of these things that conduct focused surveys, you have to be fairly high up. Actually, I may be... Well, no, but that's still reasonable airplane flying altitudes, I think. Probably. Oh, a VIP. Where's he going? Kalong's travel itinerary. He wants to do a suborbital space flight. That could be something fun. But those are exciting things for the future. For now, I'm going to put most of the science into airplanes, because we can knock off a lot of those missions and get a lot of good science stuff done just by being able to fly around Kerbin. Yeah, those are expensive. I don't need these big parts yet. Oh, if I want to do that mission though with that guy, I need this crew cabin. So I'm gonna need some more science for it. Maybe we build our airplane and then we save up for this so we can do the crew thing. That sounds good. Is there any... Actually, there's, I think, some quick science I can do. Now that we have the airplane, we'll build what is ostensibly not an airplane, but kind of will be. Yeah, so jet fuel we now have, which is lovely for things that aren't rockets. Why are you... There you go. Okay. So, not an airplane. It might do something, but this will be land plane Mark 1. Let's launch. So my goal here, there's a lot of science you can do just around Kerbin, or around the Space Center. A lot of stuff to go visit. Alright. I didn't like that. Okay, we'll make some slight changes, but building a little car thing will let me do some travel just locally around, using the jet engine, and get some of that before normally you'd have to have, you know, an actual car with like wheels and whatnot, which is much later. Okay, we'll try it like that. Now the wheels are slightly cambered in, but that's probably good for grip. That should be alright. And you actually want a wider wheelbase for turning at the front for stability, so this is a performance machine that didn't explode this time, which is good. Alright. Shut down. Activate. Oh, I know what's wrong. So airplanes, one of the many things they need, or jet engines rather, they need fuel from jet fuel. They also need oxygen. Rockets need oxygen too, but they carry it with them. The benefit of jet engines is they exist in places where there is already oxygen that they can just get. But you need to give them a way to get said oxygen, which I forget where those are. Here. Oh, I see. Is there a way? There's a way to attach those, but I don't know how it works. I thought there was a way to do these so you didn't have to snap them to things. Oh, I can do it with these, though. Alright. So, these are better shaped anyway. That, and then air scoops. Well, I just have to make sure not to go too quick, otherwise these will start generating lift. Maybe I give it some wing planes there, just so I can kind of point the nose to the ground and hold it there. Sort of like a spoiler on a car. Okay. Then, while we're here... Oh, I don't need two of those. Though actually, maybe I do want two. Because then I can do two spots within the same mission. Stick those just to make sure that door is open. Okay. Third time's a charm. Let's see if this will operate. Okay. It didn't explode. Engines are on. I can steer. Now I don't know if I have brakes. I do, okay. At least I slowed down a bit when I hit the brakes button, so... should be alright. Probably go a little quicker. Yeah, so... As the downside with jet-powered travel is it is quite noisy. It's also very efficient. You just have to hope that it doesn't explode, because it's prone to doing that as well. Something about making the entire structural body fuel tanks. Now I forget what exactly this does, but we're approaching something that hopefully will be at least interesting. Wonder how quickly I brake. Not very. That should be enough. Mysterious. Okay. Well, let's hop out of our automobile. And see what happens when I touch it. Oh. I have an option briefly to climb it. Oh, can I... That may not be a thing. Well, anyway. We'll just kinda... In the setting sun and the... I'll probably have toned down the volume on that. It is 2 jet engines powering this car. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here for this episode, I think. Yeah, Schulgard's excited about that. So yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching. Feel free, check out any of the other stuff I've done, and until next week, bye-bye.